A little while ago, we looked at Until You Suffer Some, Fire and Ice from Poison, but we just did the performance only. Had some kind words from a viewer who wouldn't mind a lesson. So we're going to quickly look at the main parts today. Of course, Richie Kotzen on guitar from their 93 album, I think Native Tongue from Poison, great album. Let's have a quick look at the lesson of the main parts of Until You Suffer Some, Fire and Ice. One of the interesting things about this song is that there's really only a couple of parts, and it's an interesting use of songwriting. They have the intro and the verse, which are, in terms of the guitar part, it's the same thing. And then they go straight into the chorus, so that's really, I suppose, the second guitar part. Beyond that, there's a tiny sort of a pre-solo section, and then out of the solo they hit a bridge, and then it's chorus and end. So not too many parts. So the main riff, I suppose, is I'm using position 4, the neck and middle pickup, with a sort of a clean, hopefully glassy sort of sound. I think Richie used a Telecaster actually on the original. Tuning wise, we're tuned down to E flat, so it's in the key of E, but the guitar's tuned down to E flat. And it's really based around two chords. It's E major to D, and back up to E. Now, what he's doing is playing just the minor pentatonic, I suppose, fingering to do the little fills in between the chords. So, as I said, it's in the key of E or E major. Now, you're thinking E major pentatonic, so you can think up here to begin with, just in terms of the scale. So that's position 1 of the major pentatonic. But if you start that with your pinky, it looks like C sharp minor. Okay, and that's really, it's the same notes, but contextually, because you're playing over E major, it's the E major pentatonic. If you're playing it over a C minor chord, C sharp minor, then it would just be the C sharp minor pentatonic. So the whole point is an E major chord up on the 7th fret. Okay, if you keep your third finger barred there on the D, G, and B strings, you can play around with these notes using hammer-ons and pull-offs, and that is straight out of the minor pentatonic scale. Okay, so what he starts off doing is he will hit the open E string, barring 9th fret A and D, and hammer on. That's up to the G sharp. Okay, so it's hitting these two on the 9th fret, hammering on to the 11th, which is the G sharp, and then hitting 9, 9 here. So it's really the top of that E chord. Okay, hammer on. So it's just using the only sort of 2-note little dyads. So 9th, 9th, hammering on the 11th both times. Okay, so now you're down to the D, that's the D. Now back up to E. Okay, so that's the logic that he's using. Just 2 chords, E to D. And whenever you're on those, you can treat that with your first finger, hammer on, pull off. So when he's down at the D, same thing. Hammer on and pull off here. Okay, so that first part. Okay, 2 mutes or 3 mutes, and hitting 12th there, B and E strings, as if it's the top of an E major chord. And again, that's the sort of the theory behind it there. That's really common, hitting those. So you mute all your fingers, all the strings with these 3 fingers, and just bar your pinky. Okay, let's play that first bit of the intro again. Okay, that one, he hits octaves, sliding up to F sharp and down. So 7th fret, 9th fret, A and G strings. Okay, now in and around there, he's doing, slightly different fills and slightly different things, but that's the main theory behind it, just an E chord and a D chord using those sorts of things in and around it. Okay, looking at the guitar chorus, put some distortion on. I'm using a JB in this that I'm splitting to a single coil, so bridge pickup, but it's in the single coil mode. And he's just hitting an E5. Okay, to a G sharp minor 7. So it's that chord that you might know. Think of a G sharp minor chord, typical bar chord. But instead of playing, you're playing it this way. So second finger, and then usually you'll bar your third across all those 3 strings there. But I only hear him playing the 2 notes there. So I fret it this way, and you're muting every other string. Okay, continuing that logic, I'm using the open A string for the next chord, an A add 9. And I'm barring the 9th fret, D and G strings. So there's your B, your 9, and the E, the 5 of that A add 9 chord. Okay, then it's an A power chord, and then the bass notes, G sharp and F sharp. Okay, so if I was doing that as the chorus, 3, 4. That's the chorus. Okay, there's just 2 chords before the guitar solo hits. It's a D5 and an A5. Then he's into the guitar solo. Okay, so the guitar solo, he is hitting, playing over the chorus. So you're playing over that E minor, G sharp minor 7, the A major, sort of an A add 9, A sus2 tonality, and then the A G sharp F sharp. So it's an A major tonality. Position-wise, starts off very much what looks like C sharp minor, but as we saw from the intro, it's the same notes as E major pentatonic. Okay, but interestingly, he actually does start on the C sharp. Okay, I'm using neck pickup, a little bit of hum, distorted sound, bit of delay. It's always nice to have that on when you're playing some lead stuff. So I'll just think of C sharp minor pentatonic when you're looking at this. Okay, there's one really nice lick there. That's all C sharp minor pentatonic, or E major pentatonic so far. Then he comes down this little triad. Okay, so he's coming down a G sharp minor. Okay, 8, 9, 11. And then slides to go up an A major triad. And then he's back into C sharp minor pentatonic. So let's just do that again. Okay, that's all just C sharp minor pentatonic. Okay, very, very common. Then he does a really common, that blues lick that you've played a million times. Okay, now really nice thing, he brings in that flat 6, that A. Then he does that little sort of flurry. Whatever he's doing there, I'm not fully sure what he's doing there. Then sort of a pinch harmonic on the 11th fret with a full bend. Then he slides up the minor pentatonic to 13, 12, 12. coming out of the guitar solo, we're into really the last of the new sections. It's just a bridge, and he's hitting a B5 to an A5, but in between he's doing some nice little octaves run, okay? So B5, 2nd fret, A string, then octaves. So A string and G string only, so you need to mute everything else with your left hand. Starting on the 6th fret, 7th fret, 9th fret. A5. Octaves again, 7, 6, down to 2. I slide from the 6 down. Hit the B5 again. Then 6, 7, 9, 11. And then it's chorus and out. E5, G sharp minor 7, A at 9, and then that little A5 with a descending bass run. That's it. A couple of guitar parts in this one. Little fills around are just, think C sharp minor pentatonic. But beyond that, it is just the 2 chords of the main riff. It's the E and D with all those hammer-ons and pull-offs. Good luck. See you next time.